What's up, everyone? Welcome to the show. Don't forget to check us out the second half, man. We're going to be talking about some fun stuff with China Doll, as always. Today, you know what? I have to give a shout out to Marco's Motorcycle Nation. He just did a fantastic, I'm talking fantastic here, video on the outlaw biker scene, the lifestyle, what it used to mean, the whole 9 yards. See, he was talking about in the first half of the video about this incident that happened in Oklahoma. And as you know, a lot of us creators put our feelings out there regarding the situation. But I think Marco articulated it a lot better than any of us could. So I'm going to dissect some of the video and go by some of his points and give my thoughts. But what I really think you should do is go in the description of this video right here and click that link and go watch the whole entire thing, because you'll just be wowed by what he had to say about this whole thing that's been going on the last week. Let's take a first look at his clip.
Between the two rival biker clubs. And of course, we have 3 people dead. One's going to go to jail for the rest of his life. If he's lucky, if he's not, he might get the death penalty. Who knows?
And Marco is truly right. Oklahoma is a death penalty state. You throw in these gang charges with murder, he better hope right now that he has a good attorney. A lot of people don't think about that are in clubs that get into this violent type of stuff. Are you in a death penalty state? Especially with the GOP, they're this strong, hard stuff on crime right now. It's a big discussion that's going on all over the country. So he is dead right that he might be lucky not to get away with the death penalty here. And I know you've heard it covered. That's why I haven't been covering it on Insane Throttle anymore. Black Dragon, Marco, they've been covering it. Marco is doing the evening biker news, so make sure, again, check him out in his video. But he's truly lucky.
But we find ourselves in a time where the very essence of what it means to be a biker is under threat. The brotherhood, the camaraderie that were the hallmarks of the biker culture way back in the 50s are being replaced with violence and fear and intimidation and the simple joys of hitting the open road on a Harley-Davidson motorcycle with your buddies or your brothers or your friends or your family. It's fading away.
You have to ask yourself, is Marco right when he says the lifestyle that we know it is under threat? Is it under threat from the police? Or is it under the threat of ourselves? Have we become those that we tried to rally against? In the old days, you had AMA. That was the people, the organizations that you rallied against. Them guys didn't want to be told what to do, what rules to live by. But now you're finding it come full circle where ourselves are saying, hey, you can't do this, you can't do that. And it's pretty much absurd, everything that the older guys wanted to do. It does really make no sense if you think about it. Everybody's supposed to be free. Everybody's supposed to go out and party. But here we are worrying about who owns this, who owns that, intimidation. Like Marco said,
it's a sad state of affairs, but I think we can change it. As George Wagers once said, being a biker is not a matter of what you ride, but a matter of how you ride. It's about the passion you have in your heart and the reason in your mind to hop on that motorcycle.
Is Marco right in that quote? Can we change the trajectory that we've been seeing in the last week? Maybe the negative is what people do need to see in order to make some change. Let's remember, most people don't sign up to be a part of a club to get shot at or any of that type of stuff. We have a lot of people that get disgruntled because we do biker news and put the stories out for the masses to see, and the overwhelming majority want to see this kind of stuff stop. And the only way to see it stop is if there's pressure put on those that can make it stop. Because let's be honest, it's not cool putting out stories about this person got killed, that person got killed, this one lost a son, this one lost a daughter because she was with some guy that was in a club. So change can come. But it's how you go about change that's going to make it come. And I have to say, with the younger generation, the change is coming because even they don't want to be a part of this kind of stuff. That wasn't the true way that everybody wanted to do this. They wanted to be free. They wanted to live. They wanted to party. Why else would you even get involved if it was, okay, let's go gangbang or something? People wanted to do that. They go to the street cruise.
You know, back in the 50s, the term MC stood for Motorcycle Club, a place where like-minded individuals could come together and share their love for motorcycles. Women, men, everyone, rock and roll, all of it. It was a place where you could just be yourself, where you didn't have to worry about anything in the world or conforming to society's norms or expectations. It was a place where you could just be. You know, Sonny Barger once said, a true outlaw finds the balance between the passion in his heart and the reason in his mind.
I remember that Sonny quote, man. He was very intelligent, very smart. Great guy, man. But he was right. You have to find that balance. And if you really think about it, everybody that came to the club was there because of that one common reason. And that was the motorcycle. I think the motorcycle is now taking a back seat to politics, beefs, and all that BS. When people say traditional clubs, what they're talking about is the way things used to be. They don't want all this new politics stuff. They don't want other people, you know, a lot of people call it patch police and saying, hey, we don't need you telling us what we're going to wear. The more that the scene has went mainstream, it's just like tattoos. There used to be only bikers, inmates, convicts, whatever you want to say, military that used to get them. Now it's went mainstream where you even got white collar people having them. The cat's out of the bag. You can't put it out again. Hell, you got embroiderers all over Amazon, eBay, the whole 9 yards, making a living off of making club patches. The cat's out of the bag. And I don't think there should be any excuse where you risk a brother going to prison for the rest of his life or going into the grave over what's going on out there.
I mean, when you sit down and think about what's going on, is it really worth going to jail for the rest of your life because somebody said something about your cut? Is it really worth having your own life ended or ending somebody else's because your rags aren't the same? Instead of brotherhood, now we see violence and hatred between MCs. We see young guys with no respect for the traditions of the culture, pulling guns and killing each other over petty arguments. It's like we've lost sight what it truly means to be a biker.
How potent that one was. Holy cow, man. Marco, hats off to you if I had one on. That is potent right there. Like I said, who wants to go to prison? Because most of the time, if you look at what's going on in the biker news, you always have people jump ship. Always the informants come out. So you can't even trust yourselves in a situation like that. You might have somebody that's so hardcore they do whatever they wanted to do for the club, for their brothers. But then on the other hand, one of the people that he thought was a brother rats on him. And I can guarantee you right there and then, he's asking himself if it was worth it. Was it worth all these problems? Was it worth losing your family? Was it worth losing what you loved the most, riding a motorcycle and spending the rest of your life behind bars?
Remember the parties and all the get-togethers and the camaraderie, and it didn't matter really what you were doing. You were on a motorcycle and you were enjoying your life. We don't have that anymore. Rooster Katona once said, we're not in a popularity contest. We're not in a social club. We're in a brotherhood, and we're willing to lay down our lives for each other. That's the kind of brotherhood that we need to get back to. We need to remember that we're all in this together, and that our love for motorcycles, women, beer, rock and roll music, and everything else, partying, it's what brought us together in the first place.
We're all in this together. We're all here to have the same amount of fun, brotherhood that we can get out of this and give to. So you really hope as a creator or as an influencer, they say, some people take note, and hopefully you're going to start seeing change. Because what you normally see with this younger generation is they don't care about all this. They don't want it anymore. And that's why you're seeing all these clubs with their memberships go down next to nothing. Some places you would have seen a chapter with 25, 30 people years ago. Now they're down to 6. That just goes to show you that brotherhood in the motorcycle is taking a back row seat. And all this politics that happens on the street. The territory is the property of the United States, its citizens. You're not going to be able to claim territory, and if you do, then you're saying and you're walking into the trap that, yeah, we're a gang. Because only gang, they claim territory. So you can't be hypocritical back and forth. But I really do encourage you to go over and check out Marco's Motorcycle Nation. Give him a sub. He's skyrocketing right now. Let's help get him to 1,000. He's almost there. I'm going to go to the second half of the show right now with China Doll. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Marco's Motorcycle Nation, a brand new YouTube channel that's going to cover the gamut when it comes to biker news and all kinds of things that have to do with Harley-Davidson motorcycles. On this channel, we'll be talking to a bunch of different people and having a bunch of different things you probably haven't seen on any other biker channel on YouTube. At least I haven't. We're going to mix some fun of the radio that I've been doing for the last 25 years with some cool biker stuff, biker news, 1%er news, and everything to keep you informed about what's going on in the motorcycle community. If it has to do with MCs, you're going to find it right here. We'll also have some fun thing like motorcycle morons. We have a little thing called Dumbass of the Day and more. So if you like those things too, that's what this channel is all about. I'd love to hear from you, and I'd love for you to hit the subscribe and maybe become friends right here on our YouTube channel. Thanks for checking us out.
Join the Insane Throttle's Members Only Club. 2 ways to join over on Spotify and YouTube. Insane Throttle Biker News' channel, by the way. With your membership, you get exclusive content Monday through Friday. China Doll's on there with me. Y'all love China Doll. Also, you get an invite to the yearly Rumble in the Woods, where we get together, have parties, have fun. So make sure you join the Insane Throttle's Members Only Club over on Spotify or YouTube. Rock on!